Welcome to the Edinburgh Jewish Cultural Centre podcast. In this edition, we'll be hearing about the Jewish Cultural Month, which took place between the 16th of May and the 16th of June.
Hi, I'm Janet Mundy, Chair of Edinburgh Jewish Cultural Centre. We were delighted to be involved in Jewish Culture Month, whose aims are in keeping with our values around sharing Jewish culture with the wider public. Our programme for the month included our regular Learning for All Torah study session with Rabbi Isaac Ansel Forsyth. We also arranged a rehearsed reading of David Ian Neville's play, Doe. The play provided the opportunity to build a relationship with the Edinburgh Quartet, whose concert at the end of Jewish Culture Month included the world premiere of a string quartet by Jewish composer Pal Hermann, who died in the Holocaust.
Hi, I'm Sadie Fields, and I'm the leader of the Edinburgh Quartet. I play first violin.
I'm Mark Bailey. I'm cellist with the quartet, the Edinburgh Quartet, and I've been here since 1985, so I'm the longest serving member by quite a bit.
Pal Hermann was a Hungarian cellist and composer, a really, really great virtuoso cellist, one of the best of his whole generation. And he wrote quite a lot of string music, a couple of very good duos for violin and cello, and a solo violin suite. And we didn't think there were any quartets, which I always thought was a shame. But last year, it came about that actually he did write a quartet while he was staying in the south of France, in Toulouse. He was sheltering there for a few years during the Second World War, and he left manuscripts with the people he was staying with. And he had a good, secure shelter there, but Hermann kept venturing into town, and he kept putting on little concerts in Toulouse and just sort of pushing the boundaries. And one day on his way back, to the farm from doing a concert, he was stopped by the SS and he was deported, and he thought he was going to a work camp, and he was still very hopeful, but he left a bunch of manuscripts, and they ended up being donated by the family he was staying with to the library, the music library in Toulouse. And just last year, I think the library was digitizing everything. So they found these Pal Hermann manuscripts at the back of the shelf, and his name popped up, I guess, and his grandson, also called Paul, was informed, because he's doing quite a lot to promote Hermann's music. And then they discovered that there was this complete quartet.
Yes, so my name is Dimitri Malignan. I'm a French pianist, concert pianist based in Paris. And while I was studying at the Conservatory of Amsterdam, I did my master's research on Jewish composers who were persecuted in the Holocaust, and I entitled it Missing Voices. So we believed until now that Pal Hermann wrote about 25 pieces that we at least recovered and found. We believe, of course, many pieces were completely lost. And what happened is that last year, in the spring of last year, a notification kind of popped up on the internet signaling Pal Hermann's name at the library of the Conservatory of Toulouse. And it turns out that they had two manuscripts by Pal Hermann in their archive. One was a small piece for keyboard, an interlude, also a string quartet. That was absolutely fantastic to be able to find this piece.
Yeah, 5 short movements. It has a bit of everything. It's very beautiful.
They're quite short movements.
Short movements, accessible, very beautiful. There's some beautiful violin melodies that it's very nice to play.
It's typically Hungarian flavour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very Hungarian, sort of, you can hear the influence of Kodály, I think.
Yeah,
and
Bartók.
A little bit of Bartók. But it's also individual. And you can tell he was a string player, because it's very well written. for the string.
Yeah, when I first saw it, as we've just said, I thought, oh, this is obviously written by a string player. You could tell immediately that the way the melodies lie, everything works beautifully on the instrument. And obviously we hadn't played it through at that point. So we have a score, and there are no recordings but it looked beautifully crafted when I looked at the score, and thought, yes, this is very Hungarian. There's certain characteristics, which, it was very, very exciting to think, this is a new piece, and we will be the first to put it down, and we're going to record it.
So when Sadie Fields, the first violin, who is a good friend of mine, told me that they were planning on premiering this piece, I was very excited about it. And since I had also an opening in my schedule and I haven't been to Scotland in 10 years, I thought that was a good opportunity to visit and to be able to hear really at close range this new piece. And I was very thrilled to see that the quartet was so excited also about performing this piece.
We hope to hear more about the Edinburgh Quartet and Dimitri's Missing Voices project in later podcasts. My name's David Neville, and I was delighted when the Cultural Centre decided to do a rehearsed reading of my play Dole. Dole was first produced in 2008 at the Glasgow Lunchtime Theatre. Dole was inspired by all the Jewish shops that I used to go into in Glasgow when I was growing up, and later on in Edinburgh, Manchester and London. I loved the smell of the freshly baked bread and bagels. I loved the banter and the humour, and sometimes the aggravation when a shop was really busy on a Friday morning or a Sunday morning, and there were loads of customers waiting to be served, and the people working in the shops were doing their best. In the next part of the podcast, you'll hear a couple of extracts from Dole. Welcome to the beautiful Dovecot Studios, and please welcome into your imaginations Albie and Isa's Jewish Bakery. For tonight, the bakery is located in Glasgow, but their story could unfold in any town or city with established Jewish and Asian populations.
You've done it again, Albie. Too many ryes. No one wants them.
Is it the picture or my eyes? It's like Siberia.
I mean, beautiful, of course. But who's going to buy them? Not enough preservatives, E-numbers, antitoxins, radioactive isotopes.
I'm going to take this thing back.
It's 20 years old. And even then it was second-hand. Besides, there's no one in the picture.
No one?
An empty lane, the back of Beyond.
Oh, yes, but we need our CBBC.
CCTV, Albie.
I'm a baker, not John Logie Baird.
A dime, the Queen of Sheba. The cameras are deterrent, puts the wee monkeys off.
Wee monkey, someone's been kicking the back of the door again.
Nonsense. The wood's rotting. I told you to repaint and varnish it 5 years ago, but would you lift a brush?
All we need is a break-in.
What's there to take? It's the drain keeps getting blocked, and then the rainwater swishes away at the door. We'll be flooded out before we know it.
So I'll start building the ark.
You could try clearing it with a broom handle.
Well, so now I should be a plumber. I'm going to do another dozen challah. You never know.
Albie, we were left with challahs coming out of our ears last week. And you know nobody will take a Friday challah on a Sunday.
This might be the week we get a sudden rush.
My name's Adrian Harris. I'm a trustee of the Edinburgh Jewish Cultural Centre. My background professionally has always been in the cultural sector. So I was really delighted when I heard that the Board of Deputies was going to be putting out a Jewish Culture Month. I felt very committed to the idea that the Edinburgh Jewish Cultural Centre should participate in the event. and make a contribution to it. I felt it was important that the Jewish communities, small communities, even though we're based in Scotland's capitals, should have a voice in the festival. David's play, it says something about Jewish Scottish life now and also about immigrant life, not just Jewish life, but immigrant life in Scotland and the transitions that goes through. So for all of those reasons, I thought Doe was the ideal choice as our contribution to Jewish Culture Month.
Ah, smells good.
Ah, thank you. You want a taste?
As good as ever. But it's the rye I really like.
I know you.
Go on.
Don't say a word. You went away to university.
That was years ago.
Now, I remember you went to study the architecture. Rashida?
That's good. Didn't you always mistake me for my sister?
No, that was my brother.
And is he still...
No, many years ago now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's life. So, is it you that's responsible for all the ugly buildings?
No, I never got to design anything. Just always part of the team.
So where have you been hiding?
I've been living down south.
And you never come back to visit your parents?
They're in Pakistan. Have been for years.
Oh, I thought I hadn't seen your father for a while. It's all standing orders and letters from the agent.
I'm sorry about that.
So what, the business runs itself these days?
My father tidied things up.
Uh-huh.
Got rid of a lot of properties, and the others are mainly...
Wine bars.
Well...
There aren't any shops anymore, just drinking dens, youngsters standing outside on the street, and the language.
Most of Dad's properties became restaurants.
Oh, very nice.
And the ones around here...
Rattling in the wind.
I know. The whole area's changed. It must seem strange to you. I mean, when you know what it was once like.
You have been listening to the Edinburgh Jewish Cultural Centre podcast with Janet Mundy and Adrian Harris, and from the Edinburgh Quartet, Sadie Fields and Mark Bailey. Also pianist Dimitri Malignan from the Missing Voices project. In the extracts from Doe, you heard performers Gowan Calder, Eamon Akhtar and David Ian Neville. Music used in the podcast was by Phil Alexander for Doe and our theme tune. Other piano music was by Pal Hermann. The podcast was produced by David Neville.